Your ex at one point loved you. She had feelings for you. She was comfortable with you. She was telling you all this romantic stuff. You were having sex. What happens? She realized you are not the guy that she thought you are, and you're not going to change. So she stopped believing that you can ever change. Is she right? Are you willing to change? Or was she right about you? In this video, I'm going to show you how to get your ex back, and also how to get in control of your emotions. Anxiety, stress, nostalgia, missing her. You see, quite often guys tell me, Ben, I want to get my ex back, and I would do just anything so she forgive me and come back to me. What should I do? Then when I show them the plan, they start at first, but then very quickly they stop. Dude, everything depends on you. Everything depends on how much you believe in yourself and how well you follow the blueprints that I show you. If you hang in there, it's gonna happen. The process basically happens like this. These are usually the stages that you need to go through if you want to get her back. I want to show you this graph. Look at this graph. This is basically how the process of getting your ex back works. You start, at first, things look really bad and you go down. Instead of making progress, you actually go backwards. But if you hang in there and if you do things, if you do the right thing, then things start to change. Yeah, that's basically how the process works. You know, you gotta accept the setup so you can weaponize and win. And most of the times guys don't want to do it because they realize, wait a minute, this is just like too much work. I don't want to do this. So they resist the change and they want to stay where they are because where they are is comfortable. And the reality is, if you want to get her back, the guy that you are today is just not gonna cut it. And you see me in the program talk about it several times as well. The guy you are today, the guy who lost the girl, is not the guy who gets the girl back. And you have to make peace with that. And something really incredible happens. If you are determined to get her back, or if you're determined to move on with your life, when you realize you have to change, then you'll be surprised at things that you can do. You'll be surprised at all these resources that right now are untapped. Basically, you'll be amazed at what you can do when your back is against the wall and you make a decision to shift and stop being like this. I don't want you to live like this, dude. I don't want you to feel sad. I don't want you to feel down. I don't want you to feel desperate. I don't want you to be one of those guys who talks to me and says, Ben, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Then you realize you need to actually change a little how you are. You need to control your emotions. You need to release these emotions. You need to control your thoughts and say, you know what? Fuck, it's too hard. It's more comfortable here. Let me go pick up the bottle, or let me just try to beg her. That will not work. She needs to see change. And this is how the process works. All of the guys that I work with and get their ex back, we go through this hell together. You cannot give up on yourself. When I tell you, you have to do certain exercises. When I tell you, for example, you have to write down your thoughts. For example, you have bad thoughts about her with somebody else, or you cannot sleep, or you have the anxiety of not ever being able to meet somebody like her ever again. You have to deal with this. This is not something you can put off and you can ignore and say, you know, it's too hard. I'm just gonna do something else. You have to deal with every little thing that is bothering you. Every little thought, every little emotion. Learning texting, what to tell your ex, that's not a problem, man. I give you those text messages. She's either gonna respond to you positively, neutrally, negatively, or she's not gonna respond to you or you're blocked. It's one of these scenarios. That's fine. That's not a problem. We know exactly what we need to do there. The real work is with you and your emotions. Because if you cannot control your emotions, all of those scenarios will be a challenge. Oh, Ben, I sent her this message that you gave me and she replied this. What should I say now? You know what to say when your emotions are in your hands, when you're not a hostage to her. That is the biggest key to getting your ex back. You need to be in control. You need to be in full control of your emotions, and that's what most guys run away from, because nobody taught you how to deal with your emotions. You know what they teach in America? Go drink, go party. Hey, it's weekend, let's grab a beer, let's kill all of these reality and emotions and let's just numb it and do things that don't matter. You gotta go through this winter. If you want to go through this, you have to deal with it. A breakup brings the thing to the surface, things that you need to deal with. There is a 1 to 12 month buffer. It's not gonna happen overnight. Most guys who start, because they see it's hard, they stop. They say, okay, I'm gonna do all I can in 1, 2, 3 weeks and see where it goes. Some guys are emotionally weaker They start, they have good heart, they have good intention, and it's okay if you're one of those guys. That's cool, we can work on it. But some guys are just a little weaker. Along the way, they realize, oh shit, man, this is a bit longer than I thought. Then, because they don't have confidence, they don't believe they can change. Lack of confidence stops them from doing what they need to do. The results that you want with her, it could take 1 month, could take 12 months. We were on a coaching call yesterday. 2-3 of guys have got back together. One of them took 4 months. He's going on dates with her. One of them took 12 or 13 months. And they're hooking up again. It doesn't have to take that long. It depends on you. You want to get her back? This is the process. Now, if you say, hey, this is too much, I want to be the guy that I am, I don't want to change, that's on you. But if you want to go to the next level, if you want to change yourself, if you want to fix yourself, if you want to become a high value guy that she likes, that women find irresistible, this is the process. And when you start it, you're going to have doubts, you're going to feel like you cannot do it, you're going to feel like you're running out of time, and all of those things, and which is completely normal. But the thing is, you got to let it run its course. And every day you got to do the right thing. One of the greatest roadmaps of all time in order to achieve anything is that, number one, you clarify your destination, where you want to go, then you find the strategy that works for you, then you set goals and execute. Because without a destination, without a strategy, without goal, or without consistency, this will fail. It doesn't matter how much you love her, doesn't matter who she is. You're going to give up if you don't have this in front of you. So think about this chart one more time. This is extremely important to understand what the stages look like. If you want to get her back, you have to learn the new things. You have to learn these new skills. And even in the relationship is the same. When you get back together, you're going to have turbulence. Things don't always go the way you want them to go. The only thing that you can do is to weaponize. I don't mean guns. I mean weaponize emotionally, mentally, and also learn a little bit of outer game. How to communicate. I teach you all of that. But I don't want it to be one of these guys who starts, but because of lack of confidence, he quits. And when the situation gets tough, you just don't see yourself doing that. And then you start to come up with reasons to quit. You start to think about things that why you should not do it. You start to think about all of the reasons why you should not do this. For example, oh, it's been already 1 week, or it's been already 2 months. There's no way. Or she told me she doesn't want to be with me. Or I sent a message she ignores. She doesn't want to talk to me. Listen, this breakup happened for a reason. And guys usually take one of these routes. They either start to self-sabotage and destroy themselves and accept that this is who I am. I'm not going to change. Things didn't work. This is who I am. And they jump to something worse, either another relationship that is worse than that, or they start drinking, or they say, dude, I want to change. I don't want to live like this anymore. I don't like this version of myself. I don't like these feelings. I don't like to wake up to this. I don't like to look at everything and everything is like black and white and there's no fire. Dude, it's really okay. It's like a blessing. What is in front of you is a blessing. What are you gonna do with it? This can be the best thing that ever happened to you in your life. You want this girl back? Get better. She left you because you're not good enough. But it's okay. I've been where you are several times. Every breakup made me stronger. Every breakup made me a better person. Every breakup made me more in control of my emotions. Every breakup taught me things about myself that I didn't know and things about women that I didn't know. And right now, this version of myself, I'm really happy. I'm really grateful for every little thing that happened, but I never gave up. Unbelievably satisfying when I see guys in the program after 3 months, after 4 months, they say, Ben, you know what? I don't feel any of those feelings anymore. I don't know, despair, sadness, jealousy, negativity, it's all gone. That's where you need to get first if you want to get her back. It's all up to you how long it's gonna take. Yes, some guys are emotionally stronger, some guys are emotionally weaker. Some guys are taller, some guys are shorter, exactly. Some guys have blue eyes, some guys have brown eyes, that's exactly the same thing. But regardless, you want to come out of this. You have to follow certain rules. You have to follow the steps. You need a blueprint. If you want me to help you get her back, the first thing you do before anything else, read my book. The link is in the description. And there I teach you the state control blueprint and steps that you need to take in order to get her back. There's no shortcut. And from this point forward, you're either gonna be one of those guys who accepts where he is and just lives like this in misery, or you really take this and go to the next one. Dude, do you want to start to become a really badass motherfucker like James Bond? A really attractive guy who never gets dumped? A guy who gets his ex back, a guy who doesn't even want to get his ex back because he can do so much better, a guy who's not a slave to his emotions? Or do you want to be this guy who's in misery and pain? Oh, let me just go watch another YouTube video, see what happens. The answer is not in another YouTube video. The answer is knowing what you need to do, understand the devil is going to be next to you all along the way, give you doubts, give you fear, give you bad thoughts, and force you to future-paced worst-case scenario. Be aware of that, and despite all of that, still stay strong and do the rituals that I give you every day. Move forward until you realize this pain, this negativity, this insecurity is coming out of you. Just like going to gym, you start to build muscles, but this is emotional and mental muscle. Which guy do you want to be? Make a decision. If you're game, if you're sick and tired of where you are, if you want to become that high value guy, if you want to make up for your mistakes, if you want to forgive you, if you want to forgive yourself, if you want to develop self-love so you can love her, if you want to be confident again, I'm here to help you. Read my book. Don't give up on yourself, man. This breakup was a great thing that happened to you. Do the right thing. This is Ben. See you in the next video.